Have another Metronome match. Anything can happen. One of over 430 moves can be chosen.
So in this Metronome match, we have a normally disadvantaged matchup between Sunflora and Dugtrio, but of course, none of them have any. There's no grass moves on Sunflora, so it will just have to hope to get a grass move from Metronome or some other super effective attack. Meanwhile, Dugtrio will have its Arena Trap ability for Sunflora to stay in, but Dugtrio itself can still switch out if it wanted to. Other than that, there's no real strategy to this match, it's just spamming Metronome and hoping you get lucky, as I'm sure you're all aware.
Yeah, on paper you would think Froslass would have an advantage because it's immune to a whole bunch of different moves. We've all seen what's happened before.
On paper, yeah, that is true. But Froslass does have a few weaknesses thanks to its ice typing. Ice is not the best defensive type out there.
Oh, fire, steel.
Yeah, fire, steel, dark, ghost. Not fighting because of the ghost type, so that's one good thing about the that.
Yep.
Also rock types.
So we got about 35 seconds left. Get your bets in. We have a big bet on the red team. Somebody's going all in with over 52,000 in chips. Got some more big bets on the blue side.
I was about to bet this match, but then I remembered I was commentating. So I'm sad I can't get those delicious odds thanks to that red top better.
Well, after all, Adarash is the king of Pokémon in Twitch Plays Pokemon. We are about to get this match underway.
Yeah, that's the second time now that I've been commentating where I've wanted to bet and then I remembered I couldn't.
Magma Coliseum, we are hearing Megalovania. It's Sunflora, it's Dugtrio, and here we go.
At least this is decent music whilst having a fairly typical Metronome game.
So here we go. Dugtrio will dig up Volt Tackle from the word go. Sunflora is going to resist it for about 20% damage. Flora will come back with a Thunder Punch, which does absolutely nothing. Dugtrio waves its hand. Have hands?
What hands?
Its Smog Attack misses. Sunflora will use a Luster Purge. That is last
Dugtrio, one hand. Or two hands, or three hands. How many does it have?
I wonder how many hands it has. By the way, it did not reduce the special defense. Dugtrio uses Giga Impact. This could do a ton of damage. Puts it below 25%. And Sunflora will use Eruption, which will do
That's such an intimidating move animation for so little damage.
Yes. That's because of its low health. Dugtrio has to recharge.
The kid isn't commentating anymore. Well, if by kid you mean
Sunflora
me,
uses
you're
a
wrong.
102 power return to finish off Dugtrio.
I'm just joking, I know who you're talking about. And yes, I've just come to commentary in the last 5 minutes.
Yes. Now, Raichu will be sent out for the red team. Now they are down to 2.
Yes, I did have mic problems. My last microphone that I was using for commentary earlier literally died when I was in it basically died when I was in the middle of commentating the last session, so I ended up having to change my microphone and someone else filled it in the meantime.
Sunflora.
Anyway, that hopefully is just in the past now, and we can just have a nice commentary session.
Yes. So Sunflora used a Quick Claw Arrow Blast, which did a little, but it was able to avoid a Heat Wave from Raichu. 5% miss.
Hello, teasing it in. Now, Thunder Fang from against Sunflora won't quite KO it. Raichu, even though it has that same type of attack boost, still is just not got enough attack, and Thunder Fang is too low in base power.
Sunflora uses an Ominous Wind and looks for a boost. It does not get it. Raichu will wave its hand and use Natural Gift.
That berry is actually proving useful in a Metronome match. As Natural Gift normally would have absolutely no effect if this had no held item. But instead it will use an attack in order to KO Sunflora.
Yes, that Natural Gift was just enough. Here comes Seviper. We are evened at 50-50. Raichu's Metronome will turn into a Transform. It transformed into Seviper. It's a mirror match. And the real Seviper will use Skull Bash.
That defense boost may prove useful to Seviper in this Metronome match. It's still full HP at the same time as well.
Right. Now Seviper Raichu will use Magic Coat, which won't do anything in this turn. But Seviper will use his Skull Bash and almost finish off Seviper Raichu, whatever.
Thanks to copying Seviper's own defensive stats, that Raichu will barely survive Skull Bash. If it kept its own stats, then there's no way it would have been able to survive it.
Seviper Raichu misses with a Rock Tomb. And real Seviper will trap Raichu.
Not that Red really wanted to switch in the first place.
No. Seviper Chew. Alright. So, Seviper Chew with a Signal Beam. It's resisted, but hopes for confusion.
It will not get it, and then Seviper finally is going to use Smoke on Spikes here.
Smoke on Spikes, I don't think are going to be that useful.
Well, they do hit Froslass, so
yeah,
they aren't useless in this battle.
Yeah, they aren't useless, it's still 7% damage.
You'd think Froslass would be able to float above these spikes, but it doesn't have the levitate ability, even though it's displayed floating in its animations.
Right. Anyways, Metronome Confusion did a pretty decent amount of damage, which Seviper immediately healed.
This Seviper is pretty smart in its Metronome usage. Going completely Smoke on and then healing off any damage from Raichu.
Indeed. And now, Raichu goes down to a Hydro Pump.
So that'll be just Froslass on Red Team versus 2 Pokemon on Blue Team. So, and Froslass will have to hope that it just keeps getting a bunch of fighting or normal moves from Blue Team. Or else it probably won't be able to defeat both of them.
Oh, looks like I lost my feed.
Same, I also lost TeamViewer.
Sound like a Dragon Rage. And Froslass gets confused. And Froslass attacks itself! Viper uses a Metronome. And it uses a Lock-On. Wonder what it's gonna follow up with.
Well, I can't use Guillotine or Horn Drill against Froslass, this thanks to the Ghost typing, so something like Fidget would definitely not be undesired from blue team.
Froslass attacked itself again! Viper increased its stats. The Defender.
That Seviper is really tanky now. It's got a +2 defense and +1 special defense.
And Froslass attacked itself a third straight time!
Looks like red team are in a real corner now. They have to hope for some massive throws by blue team and by blue team's Metronome Pokemon.
Alright, Froslass finally snapped out of its confusion to do at least some damage to the Seviper. Power Whip by Froslass into a... Oh, more Smogon spikes. Now that's not going to mean anything, but...
Not so Smogon, it seems, with this Seviper. Or maybe just trying too hard to be Smogon.
Oh, and it's badly poisoned! Huge toxic! This may end things in a hurry.
Yeah, it's Froslass only has a few turns for blue team's Pokemon to kill themselves against it.
Yes, and that was after a cross-poison resisted move. Okay. That sounded like an energy ball, which took out Froslass, and this match is over. Right, and I finally got my feedback.
We are indeed back with live feed, and thank you for being so patient whilst that was going on. Meanwhile, blue team had won an underdog payout, well done to them. And I once more regret that I wasn't able to take that sweet money.
It's alright.
Blue team can feel some relief that I didn't take their payout, so well done to them, as I said once previously, and my commiserations to Red Top better, but this is what you get for going 52k all into a Metronome battle. I'm sorry.
Yep, so he'll have to start all over once again. And a Dugtrio stage on pinball has come to a sad end. Not before we got a whole bunch of points.
Why can't these people who bet 50k on random Metro matches do the same thing in normal games? Don't they trust that people like me will throw against them?
I don't know, but the token goes to Kelsey.